Hello everybody, my name is Onyx and welcome to ranking every Hellaverse character. Now, I know what you're thinking, there's no way this is all of them. That's what I was thinking too. I'm sure there's like a bunch of background characters that they missed, like, oh my god, where's Zestial? No way, they missed him, bro. Oh no, there he is. I'm just blind. Okay, there might be a few they missed. I found this online. I'll put in the description the website where I found this and who made it if I can figure that out. So yeah, I'm gonna be ranking them based off how much I like their character arc, not how smart they are or how good of a character they are, as a person, just how good of in a storytelling way, how much I like them. Obviously, I'm not an expert. You can be in the comments, you can go in the comments and tell me I study storytelling, and obviously this character is so important and useful and good, and I'm like, what? I didn't know. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the main character, Charlie. Now Charlie has an... Actually, wait. What if, before we start, we do... Alright, now we can get into it. So, I ranked them like this, I named them like this because it's like the person that's most... here's you got your Charlie, because, well, actually I'm not basing them based off how important they are to the story. I'm basing them based off how cool their character arc is. And Charlie, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say here, because she's I don't know, she didn't have any crazy went from this to something completely opposite. She just went from being born into an important rich family to doing important rich family stuff, doing rich kid stuff, starting her little hotel and everything and being nice, typical rich kid stuff. So she makes sense. There isn't any crazy thing that you didn't expect from her. Veggie, oh my god, bro, her story, so good. Just the way she started in heaven and ended up in hell, and went opposite completely from fighting demons to fighting angels. Oh my god, her story is just wow, perfect. This is interesting, Angel Dust, because I think he's good. He's got a good story in the show. Does he actually change a crazy amount? Not really, but he does go from hating the hotel at the start to calling them all his friends and feeling at home. So it's very nice. I put it here. Do we even get any story about her? There might be something I don't know, but I'm going based off what actually happened in the show. I know some of these characters, they have been confirmed to have a life on Earth, or we know what they did on Earth, and we know what they did before the show, but I'm not using that. I'm only using what happened in the actual full show. I mean, we know that she's owned by Alistair, so that's interesting, I guess, but that's it. We don't know much. This guy, mid, because I would put him lower, but we actually see how he disappeared for 7 years, and how it's not even theorized at this point. It's confirmed that he used to work with Vox, and that's pretty cool. And I want to know what happened between them. And this dude's story left me wanting to know more about him and to watch more of the show. So this dude, really good story. In my opinion, very well written. Oh my god, Husk. I don't know. We get a flashback in episode 4. We find out he was a gambler and so he lost his soul to this idiot. And I don't know. He has some cool stuff, I guess. That's kind of cool. So I guess I'll put him here. I'll actually put this guy one more up because, like, I think he's like, the way he's hiding something is very interesting as well. So I like this more than his story. His story is a little bit more dry than these. Serpentious, we know, like, it's been confirmed, I think, somewhere that he worked with Baxter at some point. I don't know though. Like, that's not shown in like in the show. We don't see that, so I'm not gonna use that as information. I'm just gonna use the went from being a weapons dealer to working with no weapons dealer, being a like person that makes weapons, to working with the V's, and then to eventually even being redeemed. This dude's arc is pretty good. I don't know if it's like peak. It's good though. These guys, I mean, they receive names, I guess, at the end of the thing. People start calling them by their actual names, and like, that's kind of cool, I guess. Yes. Do I need to even explain why this dude is the best? I mean, without him, none of this would happen. Without this guy, there wouldn't even be hell. There wouldn't be the Hazbin Hotel. Without him, nothing would happen. She wouldn't exist. So, peak. Nah, bro. Get her out of here. I hate her so much. I feel so bad for Charlie for having to put up with her. And like, I mean, she has some interesting lore we find out in the show, but nah. Dude had a cool arc. Again, I'm rating these based off how cool their story was, not how much I like them, because then he would be probably here, but whatever. He goes here because, again, he kind of started heaven, so he's really cool. That's important, I feel like, and his arc is good. Bro had nothing, but she's not like, well, I guess, yeah, she had a tiny bit where she got her arm ripped off. That's cool. And where she like removed Veggy's eye, like ripped it out, that's cool, but like, it's not too cool because it's nothing directly to her. It's, I don't know, she's not that important, I feel. Again, I feel like she has like no story in the show, right? No backstory, no arc, no changes, nothing. But I feel like she's going to eventually join the hotel and become a better version of herself. I think she has a huge like thing coming for her, but not yet. Where do we put Emily? I mean, again, it's the same with Cherry Bomb, where it's like, I think she could totally, you know, like she could totally get sent to hell, end up fallen, you know, and from there help sinners redeem and tell them that, you know, Pensius made it. So I feel like she could be interesting, but she just hasn't had that yet, and I don't know, there isn't too much to her, so I guess I put her here. Man, frick Sarah, you know, I hate her. Like, I think I hate her more than any other character except for Valentino. Like, I cannot stand her smug ass expression and her ugly ass face, bro. Look at that, so stupid, man. I almost don't want to even rank her based off her story at all, just because she's stupid and I hate her. You know what? I'm leaving her there. This dude, I'm putting him here because we don't get to see much about him, as well as these two, even though I feel bad for him. I love him. Like, and I don't hate her. It's funny as hell what they have going on, but like, this guy needs a break, you know? He deserves better, man. Like, leave the job and go find something better to do with your life, man. You deserve better. But anyway, now this, you might disagree with me, because actually I love her. Because you're like, oh, it's just a cat, it's just a random cat. But there's been a lot of fan theories that this cat is the literal key, because, you know, it can transform into the key, and it does that, and well, it turns into the key. So it's like, that's definitely symbolizing that this cat is much more important than we understand. And also there's been like this theory that is the key to knowing who's gonna get redeemed next, because people noticed the cat got closer to Pench's before he died and went to heaven. So this cat, despite being just a little silly guy, actually has a lot going for him, and I think that's very interesting for a cat. We don't get to see anything related to him. I mean, I love fat nuggets, but like, there's no story there. MZ, actually I like hers. I was gonna put her here, but I put her in the mid because we actually get to find out a bit about Alistair through her and how they had history together. That's very interesting, and the fact that she always gets in trouble and she has a little Mammon tattoo on her back, so she probably worked for him. So like, she has a lot of things going for her. I don't know, between these two, I guess here she went from like not dealing, like not, she went from selling weapons to collecting angelic steel and selling angelic weapons to like fighting with the angels herself just to save her children. And that's cool. That's a badass move. So we put her there. These, I like them, they're cool, they add to the show, I feel, but like, again, not very cool story, they don't have much going on. These two, I'll put them here. Actually, I'll put them here. I don't know which one dies, I forgot. I believe it's this one. I don't know who's Razzle and who's Dazzle, but I'm assuming this is the one that died and this is the one that didn't. Dying adds to your story and makes you more interesting, so I'll put them like this, because like they are kind of cool how we know they were turned into. I don't know if this is confirmed in the show, but we know Lucifer made them, so I'll leave them like this. Rosie, I don't know, we don't get much story from her. Like, we don't know her history, or we know she has a history with Alistair, but that's it, so I'll just leave her there. No, Valentino. And I really want to just put him here just because he's Valentino, but like, his story is kind of interesting, how he affects the plot. But then again, he has no like history, it's just how he's currently affecting the plot. And how he teamed up with Vox and Velvet after Alistair happened, I assume. So like, that's interesting, I'll put him here. We get nothing with Velvet, and I'll put that guy there. Because we know he has a history with Alistair, and he is becoming more and more of a prominent threat in the hotel, like in the Hazbin Hotel series, so we'll put him there. I don't know, we know he scares people, and we know he's ancient, so that's interesting. There's a lot of fan theories and confirmed things out of the show, but again, I'm only going up based off what we see in the show, so I'll put him there. The director, I don't know, I don't even know if this guy has a name. No arc, no story. Good. Same with Baxter, where it's like I'm sure we know that he's gonna get a more interesting arc in the next season, but the thing is, right now we haven't even seen him. Like, we just saw him once off screen and in the background, I mean, but like that's it. So like, I don't know, just put him there. Who even is this? Wait, let me remember. Oh yeah, isn't this the furry from heaven? I don't know. I don't even know who this is. I don't think she has an arc. Again, this dude, I believe Arachnis. No, unless that's his dad. I don't know. I know these two are related to Angel Dust. This is either his dad or his brother, and this is his sister. I'm not sure. But again, I have to put them here because even though they have an interesting story, it's never told to us in the show. It's always told to us in like live streams or whatever, so I can't put them any higher. Now Blitz. We're moving on to the Heluvaboss characters. What? I don't even know what to do with this dude. He's so stupid, I think. Like, I'm sure there's like a lot of things that are too complicated for me to understand. Like, you can't really like justify someone's decisions. Only they can understand why they make them. But he made a lot of really, really bad decisions, okay? Like, he messed things, he ruined things with Solace for no reason, just because he can't understand that someone loves him and believe it, because he thinks he's inadequate. That's, I mean, when it comes to storytelling, peak. He came from like a circus, being a literal clown, a bad clown too, that's like living in the shadow of his I was gonna say brother, but they are not brothers. He came from living in the shadow of Fizz to like dating a demon prince, and it's like they had something going, but he's too stupid to understand that. So I don't know. There's also a lot of background things, like how he really likes horses. He has a lot of interesting lore to him. I like him. I put him up here. Moxie, we learn about his family. That's really cool, but I don't know. We don't actually see an arc in the show. Like, nothing actually happens to him in the actual show. I feel like this. I'll put her here as well. I'll put her here because she has a less interesting background. But I feel like these two, we should have seen them get married in the course of the show. I don't know why. I feel like if they weren't married before and then they got married like at the beginning of the show, I think it would have been really good. It would have been really like wholesome, and we would have seen a really pretty wedding, and I think it would have been nice, but because of the way things were done, they belong here. I don't know. I love her. If I was basing them based off how much I like the character and how good, like, as a character, I would put her here. But the thing is, if we know she was adopted, but we don't know who threw her away or why. I mean, we know she had anger issues or whatever. And she's she's not very one-dimensional. She has a lot of different things going for her personality, like how she actually really loves Blitz but then acts like she doesn't because she's a baddie or whatever. So that's really interesting. This guy's the same story as Blitz, but his love story with a rich person ended well because he's a bit smarter than Blitz, I think. Also, I thought these two had like a sibling relationship until Blitz just told him, would it ruin the moment if we made out? And I'm like, oh, so they're not siblings. Unless this dude's really, really weird, which honestly I wouldn't be that surprised considering the stuff he's done. Like, but whatever, that's something interesting, I guess I wanted you to know. I don't know. He's cool, but we don't get to see any like background or anything. We don't see anything. Again, cool cool ass character, cool design, everything, but like, I don't know, we don't get to see any story with her. He's important to the plot, so I'll put him there. I'll put him there. But like, again, it's like he affects the plot, so he has a bit of an interesting story, but again, he doesn't have any history or major thing. We know he's one of the 7 deadly sins, so that's interesting. There's old Fizz now. There's 2. Oh yeah, this is the Fizz robot. That's not actually him. We can put him, I don't know, here. I don't remember exactly what the Fizz like the bot does, because I'm not sure if this is like the original Fizzroly and then this is like a robot, or him with his robot arms, or if it's actually just a robot and the original dude. I think this is the robot from the circus scene where they go to Lululand. I'll put him here because I think that's what he is, and I think this is the new Fizz. This is just Fizz with the arms. I think that's what they are. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I will read the comments, and if I get any comments I'll read them and I'll like see. Now these guys, I don't know. Well, wait, yeah, it's between these 2 layers, because I'll put him here because it's the same as the well, no, the cherubs are more interesting. I'll get to the cherubs soon. But these 2, they have an interesting story. How they went from no one believing that demons were real to people still not believing demons are real, but they know they've seen them. So it's like they're cool, and they give us like an antagonist in the Heluvaboss universe. So that's cool, I guess. Man, frig this dude. I hate him. He's so in your face and like flashy and like, look at me, I'm so special and important. Like, bro, no one cares about you. You're broke and you act like you're rich. And that's the stupidest, gayest thing to do ever. He is gay, isn't he? I don't know, but it's a stupid thing to do. This dude, he gives off like alpha male straight boy energy, but then he's not straight or an alpha like he's not even. I hate him. I'm not even gonna like rank him based off his arc. Bro had no arc, had no story. He's just a stupid side character. I hate him. The cherubs, I don't know. I guess 1 above the agents, because I don't like that they're not next to each other. Because like they're important. The fact that oh, you know, she's different. She's not one of the ones that got cast out. I'll put her here. She like these. Wait, no, this is the one that's annoying. Okay, yeah, there we go. Because this one, she cast them out of heaven. She told them that they're out of heaven. These are cool. They're important for the plot. They're an interesting enemy. They had a cool arc where they got cast out of heaven and then they got stuck on Earth, and then like they got their little mech suits and tried to kill the, you know, Blitz and his, you know, the IMP group. So that's cool. These are direct rivals to IMP. I don't know. Between here and here, I guess. Right here, he's not that important. Well, we got a little bit of story again with these. I don't know. Glitz and Glam can disappear for all I care. Anyway, again, these 2 we don't get to see much about. There's a lot of like less interesting characters when it comes to story. Her story is really cool, I guess. She has a bit more of an important role, so I'll put her there. Again, if I was basing them based off how much I like them, he would go down here. But his arc is interesting. He's important, and he did a lot of interesting decisions, so I'll put him there. Again, she's not, I don't like her that much, but her story is interesting, so I'll put her there. She has a lot of stuff going for her. We know that she chose a very different life path to Blitz, and that's cool. And we know she has a human form, so that's cool. I'm pretty sure she has a human form. I might be going crazy, I don't know. And put her there. And man, freak this dude. Again, like if I was basing them based off how much I like them, he would be down here. But I don't know. He's kind of important. I have to put him here. Now, these two, I'll put them in the same place. They're quite interesting. Their character arc was interesting. I don't like how, I think they're like Hoopty and Loopty, I believe. I don't like how unimportant they are to the story and how much they just don't add or change or do anything. Like they're just there. We don't need them. It's the same as most characters, to be honest, in the show. It has so many characters, but I like that. I like a show with a lot of characters. If the people working on it really like designing characters and they have voice actors available, all power to them, and they can do whatever they want. They can have as many characters as they like. I still do think that they're completely background characters and they're useless and unimportant, but I don't know. Yes. I don't need to explain why their arc is the best, why their story is just peak. They're so good. Man, freak this dude. I don't know, he's not that important. I believe he's her husband. I don't know. It's kind of okay, I guess. I don't know. We get nothing confirmed in the show, so I'll put him there. Again, I would put her down here, but she is like, she has an important story. Her story like changes the plot as a whole, and like she's cool, man. She's cool. She's got a cool story. I hate her, but she's got a cool story. As well as him, I'll put him here. I don't know. I don't think Octavia gets any like character development. Man, why is Striker here? I don't know where I put Striker. He doesn't have like a very cool, like important part of the story, but I wouldn't put him here because he did affect things a bit, and he was like, I don't know, he did some stuff in the story, and that's cool, that's good. Again, I have to put him, these two need to be next to each other for the same reason. They have similar behaviors. Even though this guy robbed this dude, but I don't care, these belong here. I don't know, put her there, I guess. Because she's like, I don't know, she was dumped by Blitz. She became a famous person, that's cool. Yeah, this dude gets no character development. As well as this idiot. And, man, freak this goober, this idiot. I don't know, I guess I would put him there or here. I'm not sure, I'll leave him there. So yeah, anyway, if you like the way I rated them, like the video. And if you don't like the way I rated them and disagree with me, you can argue about it in the comments. I would probably end up agreeing with you because I'm not too sure about the ratings I gave them. I might do another one of these videos at some point where I rate them based on how much I like the character. He will go in the bottom, by the way, if I do that. But yeah, that's it for today, I think. So, goodbye everybody. Hope you enjoyed. See you again.